See, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created the malaika. Now the malaika are actually, inshallah, in this room here. That's pretty insane when you think about that, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sends the malaika to those places where He is remembered. And today has been a day of Quran. And the people talking about the Quran, this is like the best dhikr which is possible. And therefore this makes this from the halaqat of dhikr, from the circles of dhikr. So we have angels amongst us. And angels, they are created in a very unique way. They have taklif meaning legal responsibility, meaning that they have to do what they are told, but they have no desires. They have no desires. They're not held hostage to what they may like or may they want to do or lust after. They don't even have that. And that's why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, لا يعصون الله ما أمرهم ويفعلون ما يؤمرون. That they do not disobey Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in what they have been commanded. They only do what they have been commanded to do. That's it. They are told do and they do it. The thought of not doing it, not wanting to do it, doesn't even enter into their mind. يُسَبِّحُونَ اللَّيْلَ وَالنَّهَارِ لَا يَفْتُرُونَ. They exalt Him night and day. They don't get tired. They don't pull back. They keep going. They keep going. And subhanallah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created another creation, the exact opposite of the angels. The al-hayawan al-bahimi, yani the animals basically. And the animals are the exact opposite in that they have no taklif, no legal responsibility. So they don't have to actually be held accountable for their actions. They don't need to worry about anything like that. As for their desires, well, that is their whole basis of their life. They are completely overpowered by their desires. And that is why when we act in a very base way, in a very poor way, we say this is animalistic behavior. We're following our desires. The whole concept of bestiality and animalistic behavior is acting like an animal that has no other function but just to live and eat and do whatever they do. And this reality, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala explains to us in the Quran. And you guys want to hear about the Quran, and I want to try and give you this picture from the Quran. That Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created insan bang in the middle. So we have the hayawan on this side and we have the malaika on the other side. We have been given the aql and legal responsibility for our actions, meaning we will be held accountable for everything as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has done for the malaika. Yet, unfortunately, we have been given desires, strong desires, which we have to control and which we will be held accountable for. Therefore, when we slip up, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala describes us just like that creation that have been overpowered by their desires. Animals. إِنْهُمْ كَالْأَنْعَامِ بَلْ هُمْ أَضَلُّ سَبِيلًا. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that they are actually like cattle. This is when human beings, they drop their standards and they act stupid. إِنْهُمْ كَالْأَنْعَامِ. They are like cattle. بَلْ هُمْ أَضَلُّ سَبِيلًا. In fact, actually no. They are more astray. That's what Allah says. Actually, they are more astray. And that is something to really think about. That when you are letting yourself down with poor behavior, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is comparing you to the worst of actual creation. A creation that has no function, no objective, no real point out of life. If you're not held accountable for something, you're not going to Jannah. If you're not held accountable for your actions, you have nothing to live for except this dunya. So you will do whatever you do in this dunya. وَالَّذِينَ كَفَرُوا يَتَمَتَّعُونَ وَيَأْكُلُونَ كَمَا تَأْكُلُ الْأَنْعَامُ وَالنَّارُ مَثْوًى لَهُمْ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Quran, those who disbelieve, those who are not interested in our signs, those who reject our signs, what do? يَتَمَتَّعُونَ. They just chill out, spend their whole life tossing, enjoying themselves. وَيَأْكُلُونَ. They just eat. And how do they eat? Just constantly eating. They eat like cattle. Cattle, when you watch them, they just go here and they just have a little nibble, then they go there and they have a little nibble, then they go there and they graze, and there's no function to their life. Then they're going to eat, then I'm going to come along, I'm going to slice, I'm going to eat it as a big steak. That's it. That's the function of their life, just to be under our subjugation. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has a very serious issue to be compared to the worst of creation.